Welcome to another Creating Magic minisode. I'm Paula.
And I'm Danny. And today, I don't know why we keep introing Angel because he's pretty much part of the podcast now.
But
But
Hi,
he's our
everyone.
official Mossverse correspondent. But today he's here to talk about something else.
I mean, he's still here to talk about books, so we
Yeah.
haven't strayed too far. So this week, both of you attended book events.
Yes,
So
I
why don't you
did.
guys start with what event each of you attended before we go into them?
I went to the release day party at the New Romantics, which is our local bookstore here in Orlando. It is Latina owned, so check them out.
I'm waiting for you to give the
Uh,
tagline.
what is it? Orlando's first romance only bookstore. So yeah, I went there. It was just like a little, like a gathering, we would call it. It was like very,
What book?
oh, the book. Say you'll remember me. I stopped reading to come here to record this, just so you know. I'm
Same,
obsessed.
same.
Author?
Oh, Abby Jimenez. I just, Nicolette has been recommending Abby Jimenez to me for probably about a year. But well, everybody knows I've been like deep in the Mossverse, so I kind of like had only really read that stuff, and then I slowly like pick up things. But all these like Ali Hazelwood, Abby Jimenez, they have like on Libby specifically, they have like long wait times. So even though when she recommended it, I had like saved it, I would either be in the middle of reading something or I'd have to like push it back, that. And then I finally read it, but I read them like I read the three Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer, I think in a 2 week span or something. It was something
I think shorter than that, Paula, but yeah.
I was obsessed. I was sending Nicolette voice notes. I was like, oh my God. She writes male main characters so well. Like I've loved like every male main character in her book, and I love Allie Hazelwood too. But it's her thing is it's different, and one day
Yeah.
we'll explain that here. But
Okay. And my event, the event I went to was also similar. It was Abby Jimenez. It wasn't a release because it was on the 2nd of April, but it's like a tour. She's going through, I think, through the states at different places, and so one of
Is it a
them, I
book
think the
release tour?
I think so because one of them was in LA, I think was on Monday, is where she was at. But then on Tuesday, she was here in San Diego. And it was an event hosted by the San Diego Library Foundation, which is like a local nonprofit that operates at the library, and an independent bookstore called Meet Cute
Meet Cute,
Romance.
which is it's the title of a book I just read.
Yes. So they have the shop is queer and female owned. They opened up in 2022, I think is what they shared yesterday. I now I don't quote me on that. But anyway, they've been partnering together and they've been putting on events. They put on the Penn Cole event several weeks ago. But this one was for Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me. And it's part of her release tour that Nicolette's going to be going to
In New
when it
York, I
reaches
think, right?
yes, exactly, when it gets to her state. And yeah, and the books were all signed already. So it was mostly there was like conversation. The author talked. They had questions from the audience, and then you got a chance to take a photo with Abby and say hi. But they were pretty efficient in moving people through because it was. I think they had shared it was one of the most packed events that they had
It looked
at the
packed.
venue. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was busy, but it
Yeah.
was organized, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Everybody had
Angel
like a
posted
photo
a
booth
reel,
taken.
so if people want to go see what some of that looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that she shared I think well that paragraph from Just for the Summer that she
yeah,
shared that she had written it from her phone, like standing in line uh buying groceries. And she's like, so you can write from your phone. It doesn't, and it's like one of the most beautiful things in Just for the Summer. And you would think that this person's like sitting at their desk, like, I don't know, like I always
Ex-
picture authors like, I don't know, like with a fancy desk and still using
Sipping
a
tea.
typewriter. Yeah,
yeah. Their
with
coffee,
their
their
tea.
tea. in some like secluded area in the woods.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not
she
like
shared
from your phone. I was like,
one of
what?
one of the questions that was asked is I think she just dropped this maybe recently. I haven't seen it, but she told her followers, like her fan base, that yeah, I write on my phone. And it was like a big shocker to everybody. Like, how do you do that? Why? And she's like, well, it's convenient. It's there. And that's where she shared the thing about just for the summer. That's when she wrote it. And everybody was like, oh, stop. Everybody was great.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of touch back on what you said about you love the male characters in her series because I think I replied to your comment, but she shared. I was trying to remember what the question was, but it might have been about how you come up with your characters. I think that was the question: is how do you come up with them? And she talked about there was what she shared was there was the books she wanted to read weren't available, so she wanted to write the books that she wanted to read, and she made this really funny joke. She's like, I wanted all of the men in my books to be emotionally intelligent, because we know what emotionally unintelligent men look like, because you don't have to imagine that, right? So that's what she had shared, and so
Yeah.
all of the male characters in her books are awesome. And it's not that they don't. She was very specific. It's not that they don't have flaws or things that they're working through. It's just that these characters have lives and stories, and it also kind of went to why she thought her books connected with male audiences too. Because I think yours truly was the most popular, one of the most popular books she had that I think was the most read or something. I can't remember what accolades it got, but she said that she believes men really connected with that book a lot. The banter, the social anxiety, and the fact that these people, her characters, are just people, right? It's not
Yeah.
kind of changing the romance.
Yeah, and it's like very like real world. It's not, I don't know, it's like
Exactly.
things that happen to people in real life,
Mhm.
you know? Yeah. But this is like a little bit off topic. My coworker told me she just read all three as well, and she told me her least favorite uh male main character was Jacob, and I was like, no. She said he was too soft, and I was like, but that's what makes him great.
And I think Abby says that's her favorite male main character,
Yeah.
or her
Oh,
book boyfriend. So
yeah.
yeah,
We need Danny to read a little Abby Jimenez.
yeah.
Oh,
But Danny's a mood reader.
there's nothing wrong with you. Always say that like so like ugh, Danny's a mood reader. Like it's gross. I'm like
I said it with a smile on my face. How dare you?
that doesn't
She'll get
there's
to them
intonation
eventually.
there.
Sabrina also told me that that she had told me about Abby Jimenez. I think a year or two ago. I think it might have been when we were reading Akatar, and I think that's what she had been reading. And she says it's so cute. It's her favorite book, favorite series. My sister even I think had read Yours Truly years ago too. So when I finally picked it up this year and flew through it just like you, Paula, I was like, oh my gosh, what took me so long? It was great. But I
I didn't.
remember I
I
didn't
went
like.
to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning
Yeah, I remember.
reading
I
that book.
remember.
I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna fall asleep like I always do. But I was like, I can't stop. And then I
Yeah.
looked and I was like, oh my God, it's 5 a.m. But it was worth it.
It's fine. We love a good overnight read. I like that you're experiencing the like staying up all night reading.
Yeah, I had
You were
never
not a reader
experienced that before.
previously.
I know. Who am I? I don't even know anymore.
That used to be like a norm in my life and it became a problem.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can see how that could be. If you're doing it a lot, I could see that becoming a problem. Because I
And
was,
I will
that day
also
at
say
work, I
this.
was struggling.
I bet. I will also say this because Paula is not a rereader. I have stayed up reading all night. Two books I have reread.
That you
Wow.
reread.
Like
Yeah.
I already know what's happening, but I'm like so into it. I will stay up and keep reading.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with rereading. I just think that since reading is so new for me and there's so many things out there, I don't want to miss anything because I'm
Right.
rereading something. And I've said this 1,000 times. I've probably heard A Court of Mist and Fury 100 times. Easy. Easy.
Number one on your
But
Spotify Wrapped.
no, number one, exactly. Um, And not that I don't think that I'm not, I don't, please don't take this the wrong way. I don't think that audiobooks don't count as reading. They do. But for me, it's not really like I'm not,
We've had the discussion of intentionally reading slash listening slash however you consume it versus it being like the background noise of your day.
right, which is what it is. Like,
So
because I
it's
don't
like having
have
the
to,
radio on.
right, or a TV show that you've already watched while you're
Yeah.
cleaning, right? You're not like looking at it. You know, I could work while I'm listening. I can't listen to something I've never listened to before or read before and work because I'd be like, oh my God, what just happened? I'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I can fill
It's
in the spaces as it's
it's
playing.
almost like your comfort show or your comfort
It
movie,
Yeah.
right?
it
Something you
is.
could
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And
I have a few of those. Ready Player One is one of my top re-listens
I was
right.
just gonna say yours is probably right for one.
Right now I am listening to Lord of the Rings. So
One day I'll get there.
I
yeah,
have the
I feel
version
like
where
Paula
Andy
though.
Serkis reads them.
All right.
Oh, actually, now that you bring up the about audiobooks, Abby Jimenez is an audiobook girly.
Yes.
Somebody asked her about like they did the rapid fire like audiobook, ebook, or physical book, and she's like audiobook all the way. And she even mentioned that for her, she like auditions, she listens to auditions for the audio readers, so the narrators. So she hears the first chapter, the first POV, each POV, to make sure that the mood is right. And she'll said she has sent it back where the mood's not right, you got to fix it. Um, and so she's very picky about what it sounds like and what it's supposed to be. And so
I
yeah.
appreciate that because we all have certain books that we can't handle listening to, but love the books. So, Paula, I wanted to bring up, you mentioned it in a reel or in our conversations, the app that you can choose the books.
Oh, Libro FM. So Libro FM is an audiobook subscription. It's 14.99 a month. So cheaper than Audible unless you're getting like that little deal or whatever. But they give a portion of their profits to a local bookstore that you choose. So in my case, I chose the New Romantics to get the audiobooks. And I did it because I want to support the New Romantics since I'm not a physical book girly, even though now the physical books is becoming a problem. I already dirtied my new book and I hate it. Also, having to have the lights on while I'm reading, that is archaic. I don't, what is, how are people reading like this?
The book light.
Oh, no, I have a book light that I bought back in when I thought I was going to be a reader like 2 years ago. And I don't like the way it clips onto it's horrible.
What do you
Anyway,
Yeah,
mean when you thought you were going to be a reader?
this was
Is
like
that still a thing?
pre 2024 when I was reading Bridgerton and stuff like that. But at that point, I was not reading by
when
myself. I
she
was
had the
reading with
No
like,
Pressure Pressure book club.
yeah, the
Oh,
no
the
pressure
no
pressure
pressure.
book. So I was reading like Bridgerton and stuff like that. So I had read like maybe 6 books in 2023. But yeah, like I don't know. But I wanted a way to support them. Of course, when I go, I still buy stuff. I bought stickers. I bought a bookmark because I had a book, so I needed a bookmark. Um, and I bought a cute cup that says reading past my bedtime. And then today they posted that they have a Pedro Pascal hat, so I may have to go back there this weekend to pick it up.
There you go. You support them with their merch. You don't have to buy the
Their
books.
merch, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they have stickers, you'll be good.
Oh, if they have stickers, I'm good.
The
And yeah,
the
go ahead.
San Diego is going to have a book crawl towards the end of this month.
Ooh.
It's going to be a weekend where a lot of small bookstores throughout San Diego, including like the two I mentioned, Library Foundation SD and the Meet Cute, they're going to have all these. I think it's like maybe 10 or 14 participating bookstores, and if you spend $10 or more, you get like a stamp on a passport kind of thing, and then you get like
Oh, that's
prizes at
cute.
the end.
I
So
love
it's
that.
a really, and Sabrina and I realized there are a lot of bookstores in San Diego that we had never heard about.
Are you gonna do
Um,
it?
We are going to do it. We're going to do it. Sabrina
Oh,
said
yay!
she is ready. And she's ready to
Your
find
wallet
things at
ready.
each one. Yeah, our wallet's ready. Well, I mean, her wallet specifically, I think, because she's the one that gets the physical books,
She's the
right?
physical book
Yeah,
girly.
I just need stickers for my Kindle.
She only
So
uses them as props for the reels.
yeah, and exactly. But I mean, I do have some I do like the ones that are mine that I like love. I keep so.
So you buy book trophies after you read them on your Kindle?
The book trophy. Yes, this one was a book trophy. Name
Oh,
of the
what is
Wind.
that? Oh,
It's the
okay.
name of the wind.
When?
It's a high fantasy though, not
Oh,
romantic at all. I mean, there's romance
no.
in it, but not.
It's
No, it's a like a Lord of the Rings kind
I
of.
don't think it's one that is on Paula's journey at the moment.
Yeah,
Not in a bad way, no, not in a
yeah.
bad way.
See, I could say the same thing. I called you a mood reader and you got offended, and now you're like, it's not on Paula's journey. You're probably right, though. I'm not
Right
offended.
now,
Yeah.
in your current and what you're currently reading and what I know about you and your what you like to read, Name of the Wind is not something
It's
you
not
want.
there. It's not there. I'm not even sure what is it, the Brandon
Brandon
Sanderson?
Sanderson. What?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I've
Wait,
heard good things, though, but
Yeah.
what other book do you guys have any other book events or events that you're excited for coming up?
yes, I have one. I'm going. I'm gonna meet Allie Hazelwood next month. I'm gonna cry. Okay, so Susan Lee was actually there last night with
Yes, she was
at
here.
your
Yeah.
event. She's doing a book tour for the Romance Rivalry, which is her new book.
Mhm.
And with her, she will have Allie Hazelwood, Julie Soto, Nikki Payne, Christina Lauren, which I did not realize were two women that co-write, Christina and Lauren. I'm missing somebody.
Sabrina would know. I think they were doing one here in San Diego, but we didn't get
Yeah,
tickets to it.
yeah. And it's actually the New Romantics
Mhm.
is the host for this event as well. It is not in the store. It's going to be like off because it's a bigger event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to like read new, like be introduced to new authors too. Like I've read Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, which I loved. Um, but Julie Soto has a book that's coming out called, I think it's Rose and Chains, and it's Germani. It's a Germani fanfic that's being published, but with other character names, obviously. Um, yeah, and Allie Hazelwood, I love everything. Everything I've read by her is. I'm only missing, I think, one book. Bride is like my last Allie Hazelwood book that I haven't read. But she has two books coming out. She has one in May. I think it's called Problematic Summer or something like that. Problematic Summer Romance. And then the second book in the Bride series, which is called Mate. That's coming in October. So I feel like so good that there's like stuff coming out that I'm like,
I love this. I love this for you.
and that's where the physical book problem is coming into play.
Yeah.
Because like would I pay $35 to go to this event if I wasn't getting a book? Yes, absolutely. But I'm gonna come home with a book. It is what it is. What are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
You do giveaways or whatever. That's what because Sabrina and I have two copies too, and I was like, well, what do I do with the
Yeah.
second one? Sell it, give it away, whatever.
Somebody mentioned Pango to me. I signed up for it, but I haven't like really it's like a book reseller, like Mercari, but for books.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
You have
we'll see how that
minus
goes.
your book crawl. Do you have any events coming up or
For
things you're excited
me,
for? San Diego
no,
Comic-Con
we went. I mean, San Diego Comic Con's not until July, but
still
we
coming
wanted to do
up.
that one. I wanted to do this Allie Hazelwood tour. Like they have one. It's here. It's going to come to San Diego too. But Sabrina and I, we haven't read Allie Hazelwood, right? So we didn't get tickets. And now that we went to this one, we're like, you know what? Maybe we should, trust the hype. Because I trusted the Abby Jimenez hype and it followed through. Not on the first book, right? I didn't like Part of Your World as
Yeah,
much,
you didn't.
but everything else was top tier. And Say You'll Remember Me. I'm only on chapter 4 because I haven't had a chance to read today, but
Oh my
it's
God. I cried
you cried
like
already?
right before I came here.
Yeah.
That's why it took me so long to log in because I was like, see my face. But yeah, it's so good. And just, mm, yeah,
Yeah. I'm worried
without
about it
spoiling,
because
obviously.
I'm worried about it because of the dementia aspect. It's something that's a little bit closer to home. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see.
For me, I don't know if I can, I'm trying to think if it happened in chapter four or not. There's something that was like very relatable to me, but I think it's like chapter seven. Um, so yeah. And that's the thing. Like there's always something when you're reading it that you're like, either you know somebody that's gone through it or you're going through it or you've
Right.
gone through it or like it's just and that the men again, the men, they're not it's not like they're not perfect. They're imperfect, but they are aware that they are imperfect.
Exactly.
And I think that just makes it so awesome.
Yeah. They're like she said, they're emotionally intelligent, and
Yeah.
she does a lot of the research, like for like with specialists, like the person for the dementia aspect in this book. She met somebody, like some doctor, and that she said, I don't think they realized how much I was going to be bugging them over the past year, but like she does a lot of
Yeah, she
research to
asks
make sure that
questions.
exactly to
Same
make
thing
sure
like
that
the
Does her
it's
kidney.
research.
representation.
The in yours truly, there's a patient that needs like a kidney transplant. So
Right.
like all the lingo and stuff like that is accurate because she works with somebody that's like getting her the information, that's helping her with the information. So I love her so much.
So, the event that I'm excited for that is not book related.
Tell us, Danny.
This year is the 30th anniversary of a Goofy movie, and they're doing a tour to go see the Goofy movie, and it's coming towards Orlando. So it's going to be in Orlando, but it's also going to be in St. Louis the weekend of Enchanticon.
You're like, do I need tickets for both?
Well, I'm concerned about being the availability of getting tickets for Orlando.
Okay.
Mm.
But I'm really excited. If anyone knows me, one of my it probably like top five movies is a Goofy movie. I own the soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah.
So excited. So that's been like the news I've been following today is like I'm so freaking excited.
He sent me a text message and was like, "Hey, can I use you as a backup?" And I was like, "What? Sure. I don't know what I'm being the backup for, but yeah, cool."
When the tickets drop, I will be in Japan.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous that because I'm in another country, I'm gonna hit errors and issues.
Oh, right.
So I need a plan.
We
So
got you.
we do what we
You just
can.
have to send me the link once you know.
I will. There's a possibility that it looks like that the Orlando tickets are going to be sold at a separate time. I have a
Okay.
theory. The day it's in Orlando is the day before Destination D23, and I think they're going to do something with D23 for it.
Mm,
It's the
Ah,
final
makes
stop of
sense.
their tour. And then the documentary of creating a Goofy movie comes out this week actually. So,
okay.
but I'm excited for it. I already know what I'm wearing.
Oh, I know what you're wearing. So you should join us on Fable. Before we go, I wanted to say we still have the book club on Fable. We are currently reading Crescent City's House of Sky
Yes.
and Breath. Yeah.
In May, we'll start book Trace.
Three, which is House of Flame and Shadow.
Flame and Shadow.
Like,
Yeah, look at you.
Look at
getting the titles down.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
And then after that, we're not
we'll
sure
see.
yet.
We're
We'll
not sure
see.
yet. Maybe Brandon Sanderson, but we'll
Possibly
see.
Brandon Sanderson, possibly some other options. Maybe not committing to a series. Maybe we'll do a one-off just to have a break.
Standalone.
Hmm.
Yeah, because we've been in series for a while, and it might be nice for people to just have an easy standalone.
Maybe we could
Yeah,
just ask what people would like to read and
Get
we
some
can like,
recommendations,
yeah.
so that will be for June. Would
yeah.
love to find a good beach read. Like just a
Beach read.
fun beach read. Because I will
I don't know
also
what a beach read is.
I consider beach read like the book that you enjoy and you take with you to go to the beach. Like it's nothing
But my Kindle
crazy.
goes everywhere with
Well,
me.
yes, but it's like the type of book you want to read when you're at the beach. Like sometimes you don't want to be in like the high fantasy because like you're going in and out, so you don't want to have like if you don't want to get something that you're going to be so consumed in that you don't want to do other things.
Okay.
So like a
Gotcha.
lot of my beach reads
I
would
don't know what
be
that's like.
um Jenny Han books are like one of my favorite beach reads. So she's done To All the Boys I've Loved Before. She did the XO Kitty series, The Summer I Turned Pretty, and they're just fun reads that make me feel like it's summertime at the beach.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So it doesn't necessarily need to be like
no,
beach theme.
it doesn't have to be beach
It's
theme.
just like very flowy,
It's
very
just like
like
the,
doesn't
it's just
require a
like
It's like
lot
an
of
easy
like
read.
it's
An
an
easy read.
easy read. It's like the vibe of like you're just relaxing, like you're not stressed because some books stress me out.
oh
That
girl.
sounds like
Crescent
this.
City's stressing me out already, and I'm only like 5 chapters in.
Like I don't want to be stressed. I want to be like, let's have a nice like fun read. We also want to do the same thing for October. We want to find like a witchy type of
A witchy
standalone
read.
read.
Okay. Oh, if only we
Like,
hadn't read One Dark Window.
I know. I
That
did
would have
see
been a good one.
something cute. I it's just like anything else. Marketing wise, I'm 100% marketing works on me. If you have it in a cute
yes.
package, I'm in.
Hey, Paula, what happened recently that you bought because Pedro made an ad for it?
I bought air, not these, the little one. Did I need them? Absolutely not. But he told me I was perfect. So I had to. Angel's like, that's crazy right there.
I mean,
Angel's like, I
couldn't
used
be
my
me.
phone until it wouldn't work anymore. And you let a celebrity influence you. You're weak. I'll buy gum. Like, I love Orbits, okay? But if I see something that has like a cute package, I'm taking it. I'm like, I'll take the Orbits too, but I'm gonna take this one because I need to try it. It has a cute package. I'm just saying. But I saw a book. It was called Not the Witch You Wed,
Hmm.
and it had a cute cover.
Well, we're gonna research it because we'll also take recommendations. If people have like recommendations on things we should read for book club, send them to us, please.
Yes.
There are a lot of books. We don't know all of them. We know what we read. So send us what you want to read or like what's on your list. Or if you know of a book coming out, like that's a good time for us to read them because the book's coming out. So no one's read it yet, so a bunch of the big people can like read new things. So until next time,
Keep
keep
creating.
reading.